Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dog's YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. I want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is we deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show for today. All right, we got Chris Ruffolo with service co-host, Damian Sosh, Zawacky in the center square. We've got Tony Brown from Las Vegas, Nevada, Ninos, and Shane and Mickle. And here's how they'll line up for tonight. We got Sosh, Brown, Ninos, Mickle, Ruffolo, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. Speaking of closing it out, looks like the Astros may close this one out against the White Sox.
Yeah, the White Sox decided to wait an extra day before making me eat my words, but that's fine. You know, kudos to the Houston Astros. They didn't have to deal with any garbage cans this time, but we'll see. Maybe the White Sox are kind of maybe tipping us off onto something, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled.
We'll see how it rolls here as they look to be the opponent for Boston in the next series. So let's go ahead and let's get the show started. Let's welcome Damian Sosh to the Drive-Thru. You find him over at Pig Dogs. Damian, what's going on?
Hey guys, doing good.
All right, here we go. NBA, just a week away. We got the NHL starting today, so 1 week from today it'll be NBA. So you got a season win for us.
Yeah, we're going to take a look here at the Dallas Mavericks season win total, and I like this to stay under the season win totals here for Dallas. Jason Kidd, he's going to be the new head coach in Dallas, taking over for Rick Carlisle. Now, I don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't really see this as much of an upgrade, if any. The Mavs had issues defending last season, and Jason Kidd's teams, they don't really have a knack as far as being great defensive teams. In his 5 seasons as an NBA head coach, 4 of those, his defensive teams were ranked 19th or worse. And when you look at the Dallas roster, Doncic, obviously stands out. He's phenomenal. But overall, there's not enough star power in this team. I guess Porzingis is their next best player. He's always hurt. And then after him, I'd have to say Tim Hardaway Jr. is probably next in line. To me, their team just has a lot of role player talent, and I don't think that's going to be enough to reach the season win total here for Dallas.
All right, we got Damian Sosh here is going to go here with the Dallas Mavericks here under a total of 48.5 wins. Chris, Damian brings up a great point. Jason Kidd's teams did not play defense. We saw what happened there in Milwaukee.
Yeah, no. Jason Kidd, the only D's that are associated with Jason Kidd are the one in his name is because, like you said, there's just no defense to be played with Jason Kidd's offense. And, Damian brings up a good point. I don't think adding Reggie Bullock is the kind of star power that you need when you're trying to build a contender in an already improving Western Conference. I'll turn it over to Damian. What can the Mavericks do then, in this case, to sort of maybe get to that win total and take the next step in the Western Conference?
I really think the best thing is finding a way for Doncic and Porzingis to coexist. So we saw last season they kind of had, when they're on the court together, things just weren't clicking. And actually, I think Willie Cauley-Stein, when he was in the lineup, they had a better plus-minus ratio than when Porzingis was in the lineup overall last season. So, I don't know if that maybe during the trade, Porzingis is definitely a valuable piece that other teams would certainly covet, I'm sure, if they can maybe work him into a trade at some point. But really, I think getting those 2 guys to coexist and work together is going to be their best bet for getting to that win total. Because like you mentioned, guys like Reggie Bullock, I don't know if that's enough to turn the needle as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Damian Sosh here on the under 48.5 wins with the Dallas Mavericks for the upcoming NBA season. All right, Damian, let's take a look over at Pig Dog Game tonight. Well, as we know, we got baseball games in prime time with that Dodgers Giants. We got as well as 2 hockey and a college football game. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, nothing up on the board any longer. My baseball play has gone off. But, obviously we got football coming up. The basketball season is going to be underway here shortly. So take a look out. I'm going to be getting my NBA package out there by the end of the week. So definitely take a look at that, guys. I'm excited for a big NBA season. And I'm just looking forward to the football. And obviously Major League Baseball playoffs, we're off to a pretty good start. So, 3, 7, 30-day plans all out there. You get every single play, every single sport.
All right, that's right, guys. Get on board with Damian Sosh over at Pig Dogs Premium. You can get board on one of those long-term passes. That 7-day pass is a great one to go with because you get every play from Damian Sosh for this week. That would include college football week 7, NFL week number 6, of course, all the Major League Baseball playoffs for this week, NHL season has begun, and get that day one of the NBA. It begins next Tuesday. So good time to get on board with that 7-day all sports draft with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs Premium. At a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Damian, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Damian Sosh here on the Drive to join here with Chris Ruffolo. Let's continue here on our coverage. Let's go out to Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll welcome Tony Brown to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Tony, what's going on?
What's going on, Tom? What's going on, Chris?
Everything's great out here. I'm sure it's great up in the north.
It's starting to get cold, and that's the sign of things. Well, at least that's the sign of I got to stay inside to watch more sports.
There you go. And of course, start of the hockey season. Of course, it's getting cold. All right, Tony Brown, here we go. 9 Eastern time. I see you're sporting the shirt here. Dodgers looking to stave off elimination, which they did a great job of last year to host the Giants. Dodgers laying $1.77 and total 7.5.
Yeah, it takes money to make money sometimes. We're not going to get the best lines and the easiest lines, but this is sports betting. $1.77, you got to lay that money and take the Dodgers for so many reasons. I mean, it's a must-win. We use that statement a lot in sports. Oh, must-win game, pivotal game. This time it's literal. We must win to stay alive. The Giants shut us out last night with a 1-0 victory, took a 2-1 lead in the series, and this is for all the marbles for us at least. The Giants still got a chance if we do win. If we don't, it's over. So they're going to get a desperate World Series defending championship team at home with it all on the line, and we got a Cy Young candidate in Walker Buehler who's been absolutely lights out this season. I don't think San Francisco has a shot tonight. I don't want to be greedy and lay the run line because this is close. They were the best team in the MLB this year. No disrespect to San Francisco. So we're just going to take it on the money line, lay the 177, and let's get the Dodgers to get it done tonight.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Dodgers to get it done tonight. All right, Chris, with DeSclafani on the mound. LA has put up 20 runs in 22 innings. DeSclafani pitched against the Dodgers this season, but LA hitting just 212 and a plus. And the Giants really not doing much either. 171, but they've won the 2 close games this year. The Dodgers have won the 1 blowout.
Well, Tony, it's the definition of playoff baseball: pitching and timely hitting. I think that's, and you want the definition of that. Look at that Braves series where 9 runs have been scored in 3 games, but. I think this is going to be a tightly contested game tonight. I want to ask Tony, you're not at all concerned about Walker Buehler with his recent bumps in the road against the Giants?
Well, at this point in the season, man, it's like you got to dance with the one that brought you. You know what I mean? We got a full pitching staff, full of studs or whatever, but from day one, this has been our day one guy, you know what I mean? And we're rocking with him, you know what I mean? We got Max Scherzer undefeated with Max Scherzer. He allowed just run. Anytime Max Scherzer gives up 1 run, we should win that game 9 times out of 10. Unfortunately, we didn't have any. So I think the Dodger bats are going to get this thing done more than anything. Even if Buehler does stumble a little bit after not scoring anything, we're swinging on first pitches. We're all go. We're not taking anything close. And I think we'll put up a few runs ourselves, even if we do have to, defend our pitcher a bit.
Yeah, they hit DeSclafani. Of course, we talked before this series. Buehler, 205 innings. That was the most he's pitched in his entire career. We'll see how the stamina goes here for Buehler. You're looking for 5 innings from Buehler tonight, Tony Brown, then turn it over to the bullpen?
At least. I mean, he's going on 3 days rest, but like we as fans and, we as cappers, we sit back and analyze the numbers. These coaches analyze the players. If he wasn't absolutely our best option for tonight, he wouldn't be starting. So we're going to expect to treat this like any normal game, and we need 5 innings out of our starter before we take it to the bullpen.
LA Dodgers minus 177 against the Giants. This one has a start time of 9 p.m. Eastern time. TBS will televise. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Really good start to the college football season. We do have one college football game up there on the board. Hockey has began tonight with 2 games and the baseball game prime time. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Oh, man, I'm just getting ready for tomorrow. We had the baseball games go off early today. Nothing on the board for today left. But I also wanted to stay away from the hockey. Like I said, betting on my home teams, it's not something I do a lot. We got Vegas versus this new McCracken team and all that stuff. So I just want to watch that one as a fan. But we have a huge card for tomorrow. My hump day triple play is going to be out of control. There are going to be 3 big plays on the board. You can get those individually, and then you can buy my pack for the weekend. Buying these plays individually and per sport and stuff, you're not serious about making money. Like, we got NHL, NBA's coming into play. Baseball's getting into the championship and World Series. We got pro and college football. It's so much sports going on, so many opportunities to make money. Get one of those VIP passes. It comes with every play from every sport, and let's jump on and make some money.
That's right. Make some money here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Premium season every year and college football this year. 217 units of profit, all documented over at the site. He's got his MLB top play going on right now. 10-star rated. So a good time to get on board with Tony Brown. Of course, you can take those winnings, go long-term with Tony. That 7-day all sports pass. Every play that Tony releases this week would include every play from NFL Week 6, college football Week number 7, start of the NHL season, MLB playoffs. It's a good time to get on board with that. Of course, you can also then take those winnings, go long-term with Tony Brown with a 30-day all sports pass, because that's when the NBA kicks in, 30 days of NBA coverage. The great time with those long-term passes because these sports are now starting to overlap. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening. Good luck with that Dodgers. Hope we get a Game 5, and we'll talk with you a couple days.
All right, I'll see you guys for Game 5 Thursday.
Tony Brown here on the Drive-Thru is predicting a Game 5 on Thursday. Got to like that. All right, let's continue on here with the Drive-Thru. We're joined by Chris. Guys, reminder, subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started here with the morning show, and that show starts during the week at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch, Rod Zawacky, Brian Bittler, Joe Madden. Of course, the YouTube member VIP is some fantastic value. Follow the link below, get on board and sign up for that. And of course, we're here with the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We always ask for your help, guys. If you kindly hit that like button, that thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it because it really helps to build up our audience, Chris, with that like.
Absolutely, Tony, it does. I always use the words measuring stick of what we do at Pick Dogs, because at the end of the day, the people that are watching this stuff is who are the ones that we do this for. So keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in, because like Tony always said, we really appreciate it, and we honestly can't tell you guys how much it truly helps us out at the end of the day.
Absolutely. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive-Thru. Let's bring in Ninos to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. We got Al ready to get wired in here in just a second. Ninos, what's going on?
Going pretty good here. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, some more NBA talk here. You're going to be looking here at the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, we looked at an under, so going to mix it up a little bit for you guys. Pacers here, they're going to start if you look at them now, they're listing some injuries. Of course, still the preseason here. But Malcolm Brogdon, their point guard, should be ready to go by the season opener. Karis LeVert was supposed to be ready by the start of the season too, but he's not looking quite as healthy or ready to go as Brogdon. TJ Warden seems to be a bit behind schedule as well, so he may have to miss a few games to start the season. But they're a pretty deep team, some good players coming off the bench. So I think they should be okay without him for a while. Maybe most importantly here are their two very talented bigs that can stretch the floor and play some pretty good defense as well. Miles Turner had a great season on defense last year. He led the league with 3.4 blocks per game, making his presence felt, contesting shots effectively. When he doesn't actually get the block, and sometimes forcing the misses actually quite often can be more effective than swatting the ball into the stands. Giving your team a chance to get that defensive rebound can be more effective than giving the ball right back to the other team. And lastly, Rick Carlisle, their new head coach. So I think that's an upgrade there too. So he should do a better job getting this team together, and I think he gets them to more than 4.5 wins here.
All right, 42.5 wins from El Ninos here on this Indiana Pacers team. Chris, Indiana, really a team with a lot of depth. But this was a team, I think, that suffered probably more injuries than I can think from for first and second units. I mean, it seemed like half one unit was in, the other one was hurt. Again, everything's all about the injuries here, I think, with Indiana, keeping players on the court.
Yeah, and when we've been talking about these win totals, health is a term I've used a lot, and it's simply because that's the NBA that we're in now. We can talk about load management all we want, but all load management's not going to help you if you keep getting injured. You can't even get on the court to begin with. So I'm with you. The Indiana Pacers can get over this total. I keep getting to around 44, 45 wins, but that's contingent on a healthy Miles Turner, Domantas Sabonis, guys of that nature, that top unit staying healthy.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's all about health here with the Indiana Pacers. You're just asking for just 2 wins over 500. And you got to make sure everyone's on the court. That's the key here with Indiana, because this was a team that was decimated with a lot of rotational injuries. They were going really deep into their bench to get players on the court. All right, Indiana Pacers over 42.5 wins. All right, Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. A couple of hockey games up on the board. We got the start of the NHL season. We've got that Dodger. I know you're going to be up late tonight. That Dodgers and the Giants game will be going on here. See, the Dodgers can stave off another elimination. Remember last year, it seemed like every other game was an elimination game for them. And of course, we've got the App State and Louisiana going off in college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, hoping the Dodgers can keep some of those balls fair this time. They had a lot of good hits that just were slightly the wrong side of that foul line last night, but hopefully they get it right tonight. But anyways, I got a 3-pack. I did both NHL plays tonight. A couple late calls here with the starting pitchers in the MLB, so couldn't quite get my MLB plays the way I wanted. I did throw one in the Facebook group though, which already started, so it is the Braves. If you can still live bet them, do like them to get the job done tonight. But yeah, so I got my two NHL plays and my play in college football as well. I got a 3-pack out there if you want to check that out. Or get a long-term pass. Great time to do that with all these sports going on at the same time.
All right, guys. Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his 3-pack going on. He's got his college football bet of the night and his 2 NHL best bets on the board right now. Affordable price, only $30. Of course, you can take those winnings, go long-term with that third-day all-sports pass. Every play from Ninos for the next 30 days would include all his NFL, college football, Major League Baseball playoffs. That'll take you all the way to the World Series, NHL, and of course the first 3 weeks of the NBA, because the NBA begins a week from today. So a good time to get on board with Ninos with one of those long-term passes over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, well, speaking of NBA, we did have looks like we had someone in here with a comment here. Let's see if we could bring it up here real quick. I'm going to throw this to Al here. Of course, we had a good call last night, but I think there was one here that I wanted.
Oh yeah, that was the over on the Red Sox Rays.
Yeah, over in the Red Sox Rays. So it's okay. Let's ask Chris and Al this one. Kevin Durant MVP in the NBA this year. Is it the best lock here?
Don't think so.
Don't think so.
I will say this.
No, he's got too much. I mean, with Kyrie going right next to him, it's hard to get an MVP. I think you got to look at players that are a little bit more important.
Trace Young. I mean,
he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but MVP is a different story.
Young seems to be the poster boy right now. What do you think, Chris?
You know what? There's no such thing as a lock. I think we can all agree on that. But I don't even think Kevin Durant's going to be on the floor enough to garner MVP, consideration or even numbers to get to that point. Honestly, I'm going to go with whole faith. I'm going to go with Steph Curry. I think he resurges the Warriors here, and I think that you're going to see the Warriors fight for that number 1 seed this year.
Yeah, Greek the Freak. Some people are looking to put bets on Greek the Freak. We'll see if they have the hungers. The reigning world champ. I think they want to show their love to Young this year. I don't know. I just have a feeling. Again, he's another one that's got to stay on the court, but he did this year though. So we'll see. We'll see how that rolls. All right, here we got Al Ninos.
Good luck with that one, Tony.
Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. All right.
I'm rooting for the Freak, so I have to root for Giannis.
You got to get the Greek. You're asking the Greek not to go with the Greek. That's a tough one right there.
I have to.
There's no such. That's exactly.
And there's
right.
a lot of value on it too. I didn't want to. I don't know. I haven't bet it myself yet, but there is a lot of value on that.
Luka as well is another one to throw out there. He's another one that's got to stay injury free, so that's always the kicker with these long-term goals in the NBA. All right, Al, it's always great having you. So we're gonna keep you around for the wrap up for the recap.
We'll be here.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive through. Let's continue our coverage here, joined by Chris Ruffolo. Now we're gonna get some college football pick for you from that App State game tonight. We're gonna welcome the show Shane Mickle. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Number 1 in the NBA last season, number 2 seasons ago. So he's ready for the start of the season, NBA season, a week from now. But we're talking college football. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, guys?
That's going great. All right, here we go. 7:30 Eastern time. ESPN2 has Louisiana hosting App State. App State they were open 3 and went up to 5, now down to 4.5, total 57.
Yeah, this line's been kind of moving all over the place. But I really like the favorite here in App State. Heading in the season, Louisiana or Louisiana Lafayette or Louisiana Raging Cajuns, whatever you want to call them, had a lot of attention. They got off the gate slow with that Texas the Texas loss, and even though they're winning games, they haven't looked all that impressive. Their offense isn't as good as last year, and their defense is something they really leaned on last year, and that also hasn't been as strong. Levi Lewis is coming off a game. The starting quarterback only threw 50 yards, and he's facing off against Chase Bryce for App State, who's looked really good, the former Clemson and Duke quarterback. Seems to be a perfect fit for App State. He takes good care of the ball, and App State's a run-first team, but when they need the passing, he's there and he makes the crucial throws. I think App State's defense is the difference in this one. I'm going to take them laying the points.
All right, we got Shane here going to go with App State here, laying the 4.5. All right, Chris, talk about Levi Lewis. Much was expected of him 2 years ago, and this season they're just not putting up the numbers they did over 2 seasons ago.
No, he's not, and that's why I'm leaning towards App State as well. We talk about Louisiana coming into the season ranked and then dropping that game to Texas. Yeah, they rattled off 4 wins since then, but really no name-worthy teams of the bunch. Can't really say much else about App State. They narrowly skated by in their last game, but I still think that the revenge factor is enough here, as well as App State just being the better team. I think they're getting their starting running back Cameron Peoples back for this game, so that just points to App State by a touchdown for me on the road in this one.
All right, and I'm going to ask you a question. You're someone who follows your work over at, I believe you write at Sports Chat. They said that you like UL Lafayette ATS earlier in the week. Did you have a change of mind?
Yeah, I did. I looked a little more into Levi Lewis play the last few weeks, and I just have not been impressed by them. And getting Peoples back is going to be a big boost for App State. Something he's a little questionable coming in the week. Just looking back at some of those other games. For Louisiana, this is a team that only beat Nicholls State by 3 points, and Nicholls State isn't anything to write home about either. So yeah, it was a change of heart here. Looking deeper in the numbers, players getting healthy. I think App State is the play.
More information, more news here. Appalachian State minus 4.5 against Louisiana. This one has a start time here at 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Prim. 2 hockey games up on the board. One college football, one Major League Baseball in prime time, off to a good start in the NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, for tonight I got one NHL, one college football. The NHL was in the pack earlier. I didn't throw that in an individual pack though, so if you want that, you're gonna have to hop on something long term. But I do have the college football play up there, $24.99 for the total in that game. And also I've been talking about it. I finally got my NBA season pass up, $799. That's it seems like a big number, but the record speaks for itself. And you're getting plays for the next 6 months from the NBA. So hop on something long term and let's win together.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Prim. Come off a good night last night, the good start to the NFL season. He's got his Tuesday night college football winner up there on the board. Or you can also go long term with Shane. He's got that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. But if you like to bet on the NBA, he's got his full NBA early bird special right now. Every play that Shane releases over at Pick Dogs for the NBA, good time. Get on board with Shane Mickle. Every play would include playoffs as well. All the way to the NFL Finals winner is crowned. Get on board with Shane Mickle's NBA season pass available right now over Pick Dogs Premium. Remember, Shane finished number 1 in the NBA last year, number 2 seasons ago, all showing tremendous profit. So you want to get started early here with Shane Mickle, because the NBA goes a long season. We go from October all the way to the middle of June. So that's a lot of coverage, 8 months of hoop from Shane Mickle. So a good time to get on board with him at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Shane, it's always great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
All right, Shane Mickle here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with Chris Ruffolo. Hey, it's time for Chris. We get our first hockey pick of the season here from Chris Ruffolo. We have both hockey games for you here on the show. Let's go ahead and get that game information up for you right now. We're going to be looking at the Kraken on the road here against the Golden Knights. We got the Golden Knights here, 260, total 5.5.
Tony, we talked about NHL season previews about maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, and I said the Kraken were a team that I'm very high on coming into the season, mainly because the NHL, when you have expansion drafts, it's a little bit different than other leagues where you're going to get to select a player from every other team. You're not limited to just, let's say, 15 players in the NBA. You're getting a player from each team, and a lot of times you can only protect a certain number of players, and players from other teams only are protected based on their cap hit. But for the Kraken, This is a team, and Ron Francis, the general manager, did really well in Carolina, and he's doing really well here with the Kraken as well. Picked out a very shrewd team that's not going to be pretty offensively, but they are going to make you work for goals. They have a great defensive core with guys like Mark Giordano, Vince Dunn, guys, Jamie Alexiak from the Dallas Stars. Also some great forwards in Jordan Eberle, who had a 34-goal season not too long ago. Jaden Schwartz, one of the top wingers from St. Louis a couple of seasons ago. The difference for me, though, yes, the Vegas Golden Knights have had a tremendous amount of success since coming into the league, and Seattle can only hope to replicate some of what Vegas has done in their maiden voyage this year. But the difference for me is going to be the goaltending. I'm not sure. Anybody who knows hockey will tell you, I would rather take guys like Philip Grubauer and Chris Driedger. Grubauer, a Vezina candidate from last year with a goals against average under 2, a .919 save percentage, and Chris Driedger, who's had a .931 save percentage over the last couple of years, over Vegas' options in Robin Leonard and Malcolm Subban. You know, for the relative unknown that Vegas is going to have to try to compete against, there's no tape on the Kraken. There's nothing for them to really study. I think we're getting some great value with the Kraken on opening night where anything can really happen. The Kraken are going to be pumped to make some noise in the NHL this year. I'm taking the Kraken at plus 216, 218, depending on your price. I'm taking the shot tonight with Seattle.
All right, Seattle Kraken here, plus 218. Let's just talk here about the home ice here with fans in the stands here for Vegas. How much impact do you think that will have for the team?
Well, you can ask Tony Brown, who said we talked to Tony when he went to the Vegas Golden Knights games in the playoffs last year. Vegas is electric, and you know, there's no denying that the Golden Knights have one of the stronger home ice advantages in the league. But again, you go back to this expansion draft. The expansion for Seattle, it's almost like the island of misfit toys. You get the players, one player from every team that really was just a cast off from the team that they came from. But these are still veterans. These are still guys who have been in the league. You have Mark Giordano, like I mentioned, 37 years old. He's not going to be intimidated by the bright lights in Vegas and a loud crowd. This is what these guys live for. So, you know, Vegas, like I said, yes, will have a home ice advantage for sure. They're going to be one of the stronger home teams in the NHL this season, but I just think on opening night, a shot at double our money with a Kraken team that's out with a point to prove is too good for me to pass on.
All right, so we got Chris here, Seattle Kraken plus 218 against the Vegas Golden Knights. And this one will have a start time of 10 Eastern time. This one's on ESPN out here. ESPN now covers the NHL, if you didn't know. I think also TNT. So different television partners now. So we'll keep an eye out on this one as well. It'll be featured throughout on ESPN tonight. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, as we know, we got 2 hockey games, Chris. We got that 1 Major League Baseball and college football game. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, tonight I got my 2 for Tuesday, bringing back one of my OG packages. 2 sports combined in one package. Got my top play from the Dodgers and Giants game tonight, as well as my 2 favorite hockey plays on the board. Gave you guys one of them, but I gave out the total in that pack, in the 3-pack tonight, as well as my top play from that Tampa Bay Lightning and Pittsburgh Penguins matchup. Got that for $29.95 over at the website. We always talk about it. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, all sports passes. Tony said it earlier. This is the time for you to hop on long term because all the sports are bleeding together. They're all overlapping at the same time. This is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. And same thing, whether it's just with me or one of the other cappers, part of the 2-for-1 capper deal. Some of your greatest value as well as the season passes. And we do have a bit of an announcement to make with the next cap. We got something special going on in the works, so stay tuned. But definitely go check us out over at Pick Dogs Premium because I can promise you, all of us are going to put money in your pocket this season.
All right, guys, got a board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, he's got his 2 for 2 sports on Tuesday, 3 plays right now, $30, really affordable. His 2 best bets from the NHL, as well as his Giants and Dodgers pick. A good time to get on board with Chris. And of course, as we talked about those long-term passes, that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass, you get every play that Chris releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period. But if you had a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value. Why not add like with Chris Ruffolo and Tony Brown, Damian Sosh, Ninos, Shane Mickle, Rod Zawacky, Big Al McMorty, Javon Burtz, who's been tearing it up over there at Pick Dogs Premium. So a good time to get on board with one of those long-term passes from Chris Ruffolo. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Join with Chris. By the way, if you missed any of the plays, we'll do a complete recap with all the picks. Let's continue on here on the show. Well, it's Tuesday. It's time for Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. Still kind of full from Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah, nice.
But other than that, doing good. We had a little bit of the S word. It did fly. I seen this the other day. So,
All right.
That must mean it's the time of hockey season.
It's a hockey season. Little snowflakes on the ground there. All right. Here we go. 7:30 Eastern time on ESPN. Lightning here to host the Penguins. The Lightning 260, total 5.5.
Yeah, you look Lightning, defending Stanley Cup champs, and you look at the Pittsburgh Penguins, eliminated first round again. So coming into this, you look at the Penguins, and Penguins are going to be in trouble right out of the hop again. Injury trouble already. Their top three guys are out. Crosby's out, Malkin's out, Gensel's out. They're arguably their top three forwards. So there's your scoring punch for the Pittsburgh Penguins out the window. And you look, Tristan Jarry had a good season for the Pittsburgh Penguins in goal. He'll be getting a start tonight. Tristan Jarry, 5-9 last season with a 2.75 goals against average. And then you look at the Tampa Bay side, you got Vasilevsky, the Vezina Trophy winner. He also won the Conn Smythe for the best in the playoffs as well. He's in getting goal. He went 31-10 last season with a 2.21 goals against average. So you look at those both goalies giving up less than five goals combined. So for me, the only play to go is to take the under in this game. Take the Penguins, take the Lightning. Lightning definitely going to have their emotional start to the season here with better raising, and I think it takes a little bit of time to get going. So I think this first period you might want to take a draw. Just add that in as a little bonus play. Take the first period tie, and then take the under 5.5 full game. As goals come at a premium in this one.
All right, looking for under 5.5 here with the Lightning and Penguins. All right, Chris, your thoughts on this opener?
Yeah, Ron, I covered this video on the Pick Dogs videos earlier, and I stand by it. I like the under as well. I think that this is like Rod said, this is just going to be feeling out process for the first period, but at the end of the day, Pittsburgh's lack of depth and injuries is going to come back to bite them. And Andrei Vasilevsky is still one of the best goalies in the world. So I think goals definitely, like Rod said, coming out of premium tonight. I like the under 5.5. I think we're going to see a 3-1 game either way you slice it.
Agreement here on the Lightning and Penguins under total of 5.5, and this one has a start time of 7:30 Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. 2 hockey games, a Major League Baseball game in prime time, as well as college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
For me, over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, I've got my 2+1 odd man rush. I got my 2 best NHL plays for Tuesday night's action. Plus, you get my 10-star college football executive info winner. Those are all available over at Pick Dogs Premium on a nice little triple package there for you. And jump aboard that, or like anybody says, all these sports are heating up. I got an NBA pass out there, early NHL pass out there, or hop on board something long term, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, as just about all the sports will be going right now. Check out me and Chris's the Puck Dogs. Check it out over at Pick Dogs Premium. That's up there. On bigger card days, you'll get my best bet in hockey, Chris's best bet in hockey, and then usually we'll find a consensus, a play that we both like, available over there. Tonight we just got one play up there, and that's our best bet consensus play. You can get that over at Pick Dogs Premium. Search out the Puck Dogs.
The Puck Dogs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Guys, check out Rod Zawacky as well over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his 2+1 odd man rush. 3 plays right now. Affordable price, $30. His 2 best NHL bets and his NHL and his college football bet as well tonight over at Pick Dogs Premium for his 3-pack, where you can get on board with that and take the long-term passes with the winnings 3, 7, and $30 sports pass. You get every play that Rod releases from Pick Dogs Premium for that time period. Of course, that includes NHL, Major League Baseball playoffs, NFL, college football. It's a good time to get on board with Rod Zawacky there at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, Rod, you're part of that YouTube members VIP. That link below with fantastic value. Yeah,
definitely don't miss out on that. Can't go wrong with that. Click the link below and join up for the VIP Premium. As you see, it would have paid for itself yesterday. We got Bittler hitting his first touchdown score for a nice plus 750. Oof. I'm on a nice 5-0 prop run in there. Joe's been getting out winners. Mitch's been getting, we've all been getting out winners. It's the best deal going. $100 gets you premium plays from all 4 of us every day. And you also get the whole month consensus. That's $50 value right there alone. So it works out for less than $1 per premium play from me, Mitch, Brian, and Joe. So jump aboard. Hit the link below. join us for the Premium Show.
That's right, guys. Get on board with that YouTube link. Follow the link below and get signed up. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again on Steak Friday. And, of course, we'll tune in the mornings during the week, 11 a.m.
Definitely. Thanks for having me on the drive-thru here. Appreciate everybody. Let's get ourselves another winner, and we'll see you guys on Friday.
All right, Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Let's continue our coverage here with Chris Ruffolo, Service Co-host. Guys, reminder, if you missed any of the picks, we're going to do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Now it's time for my play. We're going to look at some Big Ten action here on college football. Minnesota here to host Nebraska, 12 Eastern time. Nebraska here laying 4. Total sits here at 48. Now I'm going to take the road team here with Nebraska Cornhuskers at -4. There's been some injury news here to Minnesota. They lose another running back in Trey Potts. Remember, they lost their top running back against Ohio State. Well, their best running back here in this season, Trey Potts, he's out. But more importantly, that adds more to the shoulders of quarterback Tanner Morgan, who's completing just 52% of his passes. Gold Glover's offense are only moving the football for 335 yards a game, 4.3 yards per rush. We know the Cornhuskers, their offense behind Adrian Martinez, they're showing much improvement this year. 493 yards a game. They're running the ball for nearly 5 yards a carry. Adrian Martinez much more accurate. He's averaging 9.9 yards per pass step. Cornhuskers defense holding teams at 341 yards, 3.9 yards per rush, 6.2 yards per pass attempt. Chris, I'm gonna go ahead in this one and take the road team here, Nebraska Cornhuskers, because I gotta tell you right now, I'm not a big fan of this Tanner Morgan. There's obviously more on his shoulders in this game.
Well, Tony, if you had made this pick early in the season, I would have been infuriated because I hated Nebraska that much. But the fact of the matter is, Adrian Martinez is actually taking care of the football, which was the big issue for him. He was a fumble machine, but now he's taking care of the football. And I'm with you. There's something inherently wrong with Minnesota and Tanner Morgan. He's just got too much on his plate. But I'll ask you, where does Minnesota go from here, and where does PJ Fleck go from here? I know it's probably time for them to mail it in on the season, mainly because they're down to their 4th string running back. But what can they do at least going forward? Yeah, I mean, they're just going to have to continue to do what they do. It's just try to run the football, see if they can plug and play in that position. It's going to be tough for them. And again, they continue to stick with, they don't have depth at quarterback. This has been the issue with Minnesota. It's been the quarterback play, right? It's gone down for seasons with this team. They seem to have, Jerry Kill came in, created a really good defensive culture, improved this team, but he wasn't able to get that team over the hump with that quarterback, and they just can't find the right player there at quarterback, because this would have been a really good team with a better quarterback, a more accurate quarterback there at Minnesota. Of course, they had the bad luck at the running back position. Now everything's on the shoulder of a quarterback who's completing just 52% of their passes. And Nebraska team, I believe they can bounce back from that loss here last week. And I do believe they'll be able to bounce back and take it out of this Minnesota team that's, again, too much on the shoulders here of Tanner Morgan. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium for my long-term passes, 3/7/30 all sports pass, available right now for Pick Dogs Premium. You can add me as part of a 2-for-1 cap promotion. Let's say with Rod Zawacky, with Chris Ruffolo, Big Al McMorty, El Ninos, 2-for-1 cap promotion now at Pick Dogs Premium with my 3/7/30 all sports pass. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And now, let's go ahead and do the show recap, as we had El Ninos here to join us on this segment. We started off with Damian Sosh, Dallas Mavericks under 48.5 wins. Tony Brown, Dodgers laying the -177 against the Giants. El Ninos, Indiana Pacers over 42.5 wins. Shane, Mickle, App State -4.5 against Louisiana. Chris was on the Seattle Kraken +218 against Vegas Golden Knights. Rod Zawacky, Lightning Penguins under 5.5. Yours truly, Nebraska laying the 4 at Minnesota. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best? We got to keep it original, Puck Dogs. I got to go with Rod and that Lightning Penguins under 5.5. Like you said, I think goals coming at a premium in that one tonight. All right. We're going there with under in that one. All right, Al Ninos, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, you know which one I'm rooting for, so I'll agree with Chris here. Actually, I do like the under in the Lightning Penguins game. I mean, as he said, the injuries just on the offensive end for Pittsburgh, so definitely going to help us tonight.
Yeah, the offense. I'm going to tally on here with Rod's pick. Lightning Penguins under 5.5 goals with the injuries at Crosby and company there for the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. All our 8 cappers will be here giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show during the week at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacky, Brian Biller, Joe Madden, and of course, the YouTube members, VIP, a fantastic value. Follow the link below and get signed up. Let's bring in the crew from tonight. Anyway, good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow live at